Well, the summer is not turning out like I thought it was going to be. Hello, I'm Griffiths, welcome to Winning Griffith. Here we talk everything beekeeping, farming, countryside living. Now we do reviews as well. Now I've just had food. Oh, always try and work out where you're going to be dinner time. So as it happened, I had some new work to do this morning. Breaking queens out of cages, that kind of work. Came back here for food, and then I'm going to sort the home apiary out now. And then I've got a meeting at 3 o'clock. I've got one of the adopt a hive clients coming here for a beekeeping experience and to see their hive. And boy, has the year changed from spring. What a difference. Not that long ago, I was out in the field looking at all the honey coming in, saying this is the best year ever. Well, that's not the case anymore, let me tell you. Still a good year, don't get me wrong. The honey that's come in, a lot of it is already in the shed, and this week we're going to start bringing that in. So hopefully the video after this one will be another day in the life video. I know you guys like those bigger vlogs, or you know, what I film myself for the day. So we're going to be doing one of them now this week, and it'll come out after this video. Oh, not a far walk. And a fair bit of honey here, considering you can see the supers. And you know, we're quite high up here. We're about, I don't know, 600-700 feet above sea level at home. Not really my best site by far. Never been a big honey producer. So a lot of these, I think they've got about 3 boxes of spring on, basically full. We'll go check that out now. And you know, if we had weather now for 2 more weeks, we'd get a little bit more honey in. Because the clover, look at this clover, the clover is out. Bramble basically is totally finished now. That's in the flower, and there's another big patch here. All going into fruit, but then you've got little pockets where, you know, they can still trickle the honey in if you're lucky. And of course the rosebay willow herb is out, and we've got balsam. Now there's not much balsam up here. The bees are going to travel a good mile or so down the valley to the river to get that. So basically it's finished here. And in a normal year, I'd be knocking out brand new supers on the hives now, frames and foundation. I'd put a super on everything now and see what happens. But I've got to be picky. I've got hardly no supers left. I've got some new ones for the Ceredigion sites that I've got. But basically I've got nothing spare. So what we're going to do today is see if we can catch a little bit of that leftover honey that could come in. We're going to go around these hives today, assess their strengths, and if there's a hive there looking a bit weak, they're not really in that top super, and that's a good drawn box, that super's coming off, and we're going to put it on a stronger hive. Because these bees, if they're not filling that top box up now, they're not going to. And if there's a stronger hive out there, or a hive which is totally jam-packed with honey, they've got no space left, then that super's got a lot more chance of being filled, putting that super on that hive. So basically, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're just going to be, I suppose, equalizing supers, or taking supers from the weak and giving it to the strong. Because a lot of these bees I've been seeing over the last few weeks, some of them have peaked and they are on the way down big time. You know, I've not seen a swarm in a hedge or nothing for about 3 weeks. Things could still swarm, those of you who's got traps out, but basically I hate to say it, but it's over. This season has come and gone the fastest I've ever seen a season go. Alright, before we get suited up, I got something to show you guys. You can smell this. That is actually dried up lavender, and it's excellent. Smoke if you will. Now I've put some of this lavender pellets in here before I went for food, and I've come back and it's still there. It lasts really, really long. Love it. Start that off with a bit of Hessian, bit of that pellets on top, and I've got a smoke if you will that lasts hours and hours. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you some examples of what I would class as a weaker hive and what I would class as a strong hive. So if you're in the same boat as me now, you got some weak hives, you got some strong hives, and this video would be useful for you. Basically do as I'm doing today, and you may get a little bit more honey if the weather holds out for 2 weeks, or not holds out. We need to get much better weather for 2 weeks. It was raining yesterday, it's rained on and off today, it's windy, there's not much bees flying. It's just rubbish really. I mean, no honey is being made today, and until it warms up there is no more honey to be made. So we're just doing this just cause we're beekeepers, I suppose, and we want that little bit extra if we can get it, because the season has turned out, it's done a full 180 on me. But what can you do? This is beekeeping. Alright, first example. Now when you see bees up on top of the crown board, you know things are probably pretty good. They're up in that super, capped in there. But these have got some space to work down the edge here. And there. So normally, you know my rule for supers, if it's half full of bees you put one on. Not at this time of year. So basically that is not getting another super. If they can fill that rest of that top box up, then that would give me 1, 2, 3. This is 2.5 supers worth of honey. But it's just so late in the year now, giving that a full box now. With that level of strength, they're not going to fill it. Into the hive next door. Full of bees. If you see down there, most of this box isn't even drawn. They've drawn the middle. So yeah, not getting another box. And I tell you what, if the weather, this is where the spring has gone bad. You know, you swear the bees have gone back down there now. But, you know, if we had weather, that would have been another box full basically. So this weather is costing beekeepers a lot of honey and a lot of money this year. I mean, we're just so lucky that we got honey in the spring, because basically that's all we got. And normally we get nothing in the spring and we get it all in the summer. So we still got the crop, but it's less than we anticipated. But what can you do? Oh, look at this example. Full of honey. We've got to come into this frame 1, 2, 3, and they've not put honey in these two. It's the flow was coming in strong. Boom. Summer came, it rained, and they haven't finished filling that box up. So as tempting as it is to find another box to put on these, I don't think they're going to need another box. There's a lot of bees in here, but it's not bursting. These bees finish those 3 frames off, 3 boxes off. That's pretty good for this part of the world. This one's a Payne's nuke. And this is full of bees. Full of honey, full of bees. Even the end frame there is full. So this one does need another box. So if we can find a weak hive round here, we're going to take a super off and we're going to give it to this one. So we'll leave the roof off this one for now, and we'll give this one a box. Now this one's pretty good. I know what it is, right? These 3 hives here, every year they do really well. Now whether because they're in the polystyrene hive and they do well up here, where the other ones have tend to be timber boxes, these have always done well. Let's have a look, see if this one's doing alright as well. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that honey. Full. What have they done? 1, 2, 3, 4 supers full. And they want their more space, so we leave the lid off that one. So basically, you know, just going back to what this video is about. If they're like that, bees everywhere, the super is totally rammed with honey, then get another box on them. They've got to be that strong, really, to produce a crop now. Because this time is of the essence, basically. Oh, the wind. See, the wind just blew that off. That's what we're dealing with this year, this summer. It's just terrible. Right, keep going, and I'll find you a weak hive next. Here's one. There are bees in here. There's a tiny bit of honey in there. Not a great deal. 3 frames worth maybe. They fill this up to there. They've got space there. So this hive is never going to fill that box up now. But there's a good chance they may finish that off, so that could be 2 supers for this one. But those strong ones, they will, if we get the weather, be able to fill this only because it's strong. So that's all we're doing now. We're not using clearer boards or anything here now, we're just using smoke. Shake the bees out of there and give it to the strong one. And that's it. That is what I'm doing here today, and probably most of the week. But we are going to start taking the majority of the crop off now as well. The balsam sites, let me just get out of back to the truck to finish this video off, because when the bees are up in the microphone like that, we can't hear nothing. Bees are ratty now as well. They got nothing to do. Right, let's get out of the way. Oh, so yeah, that's what we're doing basically. Taking from the weak, giving to the strong, in hope that we get a good week in the next 2 weeks, just so they can fill that boxes up. But basically, it's over, boys. Back, unfortunately. Started so good and it's ending so poor. But at least we have got honey, that's the main thing. So it's not all bad, and Still got more honey than I've had in bad years, so you know, this is still a pretty good year really, all round. I can't complain with the volume of honey I've got. I've still got more honey this year probably than I've ever had before, just purely from more bees. But it'd be nice to get that little bit more and finish the year off on a big flow, but it's looking likely that's not the case. And talking to a few of my bee farming friends in England as well, it's the same story over there. Let me know in the comments, has the year finished the same way with you guys as it is with me? Pretty poor, wind, rain, no honey coming in for the last 3 weeks. Let me know in the comments. Well, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and don't forget, if you like this video and you want to watch more of the same kind of content, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try my best to upload news every week. Thanks for watching.